championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will have the football first here. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Ball carrier tackled there. Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. When you think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Knowshon Moreno. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
And tests the middle and gets stuffed. That is just not open for business today. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check him out. Here's the 2nd down play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw, and that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years, guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships, and what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. From the shotgun, drops back. Finds his man, has the first down. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the defense look slow that time. Setting the tone early. How about the execution? Opening drive of a conference championship.
Yeah, Chris, I'm with you. Usually it takes you maybe a series or two to just kind of get settled in, especially with all the hype. But not this offense. Got to give them a lot of credit. They were ready to go, and it really showed up on that opening drive.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Just runs through a man, a mismatch. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. The Rebels come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Off the play fake on first down. Tries the right with a quick throw. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense going with the hurry up.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Pressure is coming. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here. And the Rebels bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On their own side of the 50, they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. It's QB sneak. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. The Dogs will line up to punt it away. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Did not get a hold of it. Not what the punter was hoping for. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. First down here for this offense. Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Defense is coming after him. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And looking to throw now on first down. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Boy, that was almost the entire length of the field. What a play by this offense. A nice throw, but really it's about the receiver making a catch and showing you what he can do with the ball after it.
And they to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. The pass rush closing in. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to it.
And the Rebels will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
In the red area, it's Higgins. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off.
They get just enough for the first down here. Nice job by the offensive line, controlling the line of scrimmage and giving the back a chance to pick up the first down.
The Dogs trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Dogs. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now is set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Allen. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Pass caught.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. The Rebels hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that pass falls incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And they get the completion. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the 1st quarter stats before we move on. gets out of hand before halftime. The crucial second quarter beginning right now. And the Rebels will line up to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. See if he can make something happen with the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made down inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia. Strong game by this quarterback.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his third touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's what will start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finding some room at the 25. Slides to avoid the big hit. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They bring him down after a short gain there. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Important third down play coming up. Back in motion now. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? He'll take a deep shot here. Deep shot caught out of the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Still no answer for this offense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Extra point makes it 35-14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Snags the quick throw. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. That gain sets up a third down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position. And the Rebels hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Handoff here from the shotgun. They tackle him. A loss of 4.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Can they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone? This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. Snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And this one is right through.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the kickoff will be a return. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Here's the handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very looking for a deep completion. And he's got it down there inside the 35. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
But the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the option play here. The back's got it on the pitch. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking for his back. Nice throw, caught for a completion.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one, and now they're in business.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs. Here comes the point after attempt. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Makes a quick catch.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the stop, but a big gain puts him in enemy territory. All spotted at the 48.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option, he has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
And the back now goes in motion. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. The offense behind the 6, off schedule there after the first down play. Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made, a lot of space now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
It's complete. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Looks like a play. That last play, we'll take a timeout while they check it out. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try a 5 or 6 defensive.
Touchdown, Ole Miss. This passing game is on fire today. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk just trying to stay in this game here.
Yeah, it's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. But if you're this head coach, you tell your team, let's just keep chipping away.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And looking for a big play here. Deep shot caught inside the 25. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. The shotgun handoff here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? Ball handed off. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up for a 1st and goal now. The Bulldogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he's brought down right at the line. They'll spot the ball still right there at the 2. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
No gain on 2nd down. Can they punch it in here? 3rd and goal from the 2. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. And they try to add the lead now with the PAT.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? They're going to run it here. Oh, look at the quick cut. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, for many, this is the best conference in all of football, and the first half of this SEC championship was filled with excitement and incredible pageantry. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the much-anticipated conclusion of the SEC Championship.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. Bringing it out, it's Allen. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. First play of the drive now, backed up at the 15.
Pound 55 weak. Low.
They get the second half started with their running play. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Offense. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Lasso. Lasso.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The pocket breaking down. Dump off caught by the running back. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Getting set. Here's second down.
Easy. Check, check.
Quick throw. The catch is made. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
A couple things that really stood out to me here, Chris, on this nice play by the corner. Awareness to be able to see the wide receiver screen, and then the willingness to get involved and run support and make the tackle. Great play.
42 spot. Alert, alert. Unload.
Looking to throw again. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. The Rebels will bring their punt team on the field now. And that sets up a return. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Can they catch him? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! What a moment. Their fans are never going to forget that. Conference title on the line. Takes it all the way to the house.
I just love to see returnmen get a chance to make a play and make a difference in the outcome of a game, let alone a conference championship on the line. He got some great blocks, but truly at the end of the day, it was his instincts and natural playmaking ability that took it into the end zone.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner looking to create better field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. The last drive they gave up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense finally able to get him down after the juke, but he picks up a decent gain.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. And the Rebels looking to keep this drive rolling. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Second down play coming up for this offense. Takes the handoff again. A quick juke. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Fires it on the move. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. Kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Goes out of bounds at the 32. That's a decent return. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Quick throw to the left. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. Going to bring up second down. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to throw it deep. Catch made inside the 10. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
Oh, just short of the end zone. But a big play from this offense. Now we're going to see if this defense can just hold them to 3.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs. To stretch the lead, the route is on. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out, but now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. After a field goal the last time out, we'll see what they can get here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Second down after that run on the previous play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
They stop him right at the 24.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And the Rebels pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game to get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Looking to throw it on first down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Wow, juke the first tackler. That was enough to make the first down. The Rebels are looking to keep this drive going. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's going to take off. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Important second down play coming up. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. This has been a beatdown, and the stats at the end of 3 reflect that. One quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play.
Here we go.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, after this last play, he's now over 400 yards passing on the day. Are you kidding me?
The Rebels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down here to the 26. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Rebels are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
He's swarmed by the defense. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Third down, out of the shotgun. He's running out of time here. Touchdown, Rebels. This offense really clicking.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. Man, I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
And the extra point was up and good. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That's a deep kickoff hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run it. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead, still want to be balanced as best you can.
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own. Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. The Bulldogs will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's fair caught right at midfield. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He's got it for a big gain. Finally brought down, but the offense moving close to the red zone here.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead. And I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
Bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down.
Get set. Ready.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. Touchdown, Ole Miss. This offense is still clicking.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. They'll work the clock here with the running game. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. Dogs will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. It's an option look. That's a solid gain there. He keeps it and picks up the 1st down himself. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So, nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
The back's got it. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fence, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
And he knocks that one right through. And they add to their lead.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. The powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point.
42 Spider.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab, and the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. And completion makes it 2nd and short. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
The extra is fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. This one has been a beatdown for the ages, a demolition, an evisceration. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. One last pass attempt falls incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.